Good morning from Montrose Old and St Andrew's Church, and welcome to our short thought for the day. There's an awful lot of suffering in the world. There was before we'd even heard about COVID, and things have only got worse. Even if you've been fortunate enough not to have lost a loved one to it or become ill, so much of life has been hard hit. Health, including mental health, restrictions, jobs, and we've to factor things in going forward. How will the health service cope with catching up with the backlog? How do those who have worked flat out get the chance to rebuild their resilience? On top of that, we hear that more refugees have been crossing the channel in desperation, and horror stories emanating from Afghanistan. Okay, I'm not trying to depress you, but simply to say that there's enough evidence, locally as well as on the world scene, to show that suffering is real. It's not theoretical, and it comes home to some people's doors every day. And sometime it's going to come to our door. In the book of Job in the Bible, there's an account of a good man who gets hit by every conceivable loss you could imagine. Family, friends, wealth, health, you name it, he lost it. He was being tested by Satan, and it was bad. But Job resolutely refuses to curse God or blame him. He holds on to his faith. Frankly, it's the only thing he was able to hold on to. I might ask myself, would I have been able to withstand all those losses? I'd like to think so, but I guess there's no way of being sure. Let me say this, suffering is real, and for some people, all too real. So it doesn't do any good to simply say, don't worry, keep the faith. God goes deeper than that. He sent his Son to share in our suffering. He endured injustice, pain, and rejection, yet in doing so won our forgiveness. It doesn't do to minimize suffering, but it does help to know that God commits himself to be with us in and through our suffering. Tears and hurt have their place, but remember, God is able to weep with us when we weep, as well as laugh with us when we laugh. Job had a terrible time, but he knew that God hadn't deserted him, not even when he was at his lowest. God's grasp on us is firmer than our grasp of him. Suffering is real, but so too is God's love. Thanks for joining us. May the Lord bless you. Amen.